Hello everyone, anyone that is joining. I always give it a few minutes for everybody to join. The chat will be subscribers only, so if you're not subscribed, you do have to be subscribed. And I think it's for 5 minutes. And that's just to prevent the trolls as much as possible. If you are subscribed and you can chat, say hi in the chat if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. My hair is driving me nuts. Hi, Euthora. Is it Euthera? Euthora? How do you say that? I do have some questions that are paid for that I will go into in a few minutes. I always give it a few minutes because some of the people that pay for questions, they just want to stay anonymous, but they join to listen in, or they catch the replay. Hi, Emmanuel. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? I heated up this croissant and it is hot. I have not eaten, have not done anything. Thara. Is it, so it's Thara? It's not like Sarah. Thara. Okay. Well, being good and being busy is a good thing. Like, if you haven't been on here because you've been busy and everything's been good, that's always a good sign. I'm going to give it one more minute and then I'm going to go over the questions that were paid for. Actually, I should pull those up, huh? Let's go ahead and pull those up. So what happened is when people submit the paid questions, I put them into like a notepad so that way I can easily access them once I'm on here. Because people have asked me, they're like, you get to it so quickly. It's like, yeah, because I have them in a notepad. As soon as the orders come in, I put it in the notepad for the next live. I'll probably send a success story soon. Perfect. Perfect. I'm excited. I've been getting so many success stories. The problem is that I have so much content to put out. I have so many videos I need to put out that it's hard to get to the success stories because I have all this other stuff that I need to put out. So I got to get to it though. So thanks for the reminder. I'm trying to join the membership, but my YouTube is acting funny and I can't find the join button. If you go to my recent video, and actually it's all of them now because I updated all of the descriptions on all of my videos. If you go in the description, I have a link to join. The first level, the first tier, the anomalies only, that one, you get access to my journey. So I'm going on another like physical transformation journey with weight loss and fitness. I am documenting that and I will have that on there. Plus you're getting the extended versions of the affirmation tracks. I went ahead and put over the Aphrodite ones right now. I'm going to do an 8-hour of the Cleopatra ones and the Adonis ones. Those are going to go over there. So anytime I do affirmation tracks, I'm going to put the shorter version on my main channel. And then I'm going to put the 8-hour version on that tier. Now the second tier, it's more expensive, but it's for a reason. You're going to get the Build-A-Boo workshop. You're also going to get, what's over there right now? The SP Audios bundle. So that has the remote seduction affirmations and the meditation, as well as just the regular connect with your person meditation. So you're getting the items that are on my website for purchase on that tier. And every time I make a new workshop or like my smaller courses, those will go over there. Or say an affirmation bundle or an affirmation track or meditation that's going to be for purchase on my website is going to be on that tier. So that tier is the Alchemize Reality Warrior. And I'm going to have a bunch of other things that are going to be included with that. I'm building it up, but that's what's available right now. So even right now, I think it's $44. With what I'm giving you, if you go to my website, those items like the SP audio bundle and the Build-A-Boo workshop is more than $44. Okay? And YouTube takes a cut, guys, of membership fees. But I don't care. I'm trying to get it to people that may not be able to purchase on Stan Store, or maybe they don't want to purchase on Stan Store and they want to do it through YouTube. That's how I'm doing it. My 14-day challenge course, that one is going to be changing, guys, in a good way. So if you've already bought it, or if you buy it now, you're going to get into the updates. So I'm going to be updating it. I'm going to be adding some things to it, as well as making it an actual challenge. I don't want to give anything away, but I will be posting about that soon. And I'm also creating a self-concept workshop, as well as like a small crash course for those that are new to manifestation. That's going to be in the works, as well as a ChatGPT workshop. Again, all the workshops are going to go over on my member side on the second tier. So you're getting a lot. You're going to be getting a lot for the money that you're spending on it. I'm not one to sit here and make people spend money and not give them value. Yeah, the link to join the membership is in all of the descriptions on my videos, as well as if you go to like my profile on YouTube, you'll see like a join button. You should see it. I hope that answered that question. But I am going to go ahead and go into some paid questions. So the first one is from Daniel. And Daniel says, I've been manifesting financial freedom and started getting small wins like unexpected checks and side gigs, but it never feels like enough to actually leave my 9-to-5. I keep visualizing my wealthy life, but my circumstances feel like they pull me back to survival mode. How do I fully embody the version of me who already has made it when reality says otherwise? So when you're saying gigs, I'm going to assume like maybe you're a musician, or maybe an actor or something like that. Like you're trying to go into your passion, right? You're trying to leave your 9-to-5. You're trying to go into something that you're actually passionate about. And that's amazing. So one thing that you need to really do is become the identity that is doing your passion, getting these side gigs, and that being your full-time career, right? Where you're able to make the money that you need from that or more, right? You have to live abundantly. And what I mean by live abundantly is not going out and splurging and spending all your money and then you can't pay your bills. That's not what I'm saying. You know, when people talk about live as if, and they talk about with money specifically, they talk about going to expensive restaurants and dropping $500, $1,000. If you don't have that, if that would, you know, make it where you can't pay rent, don't do that. It's having the mindset around money. So when you're paying your bills, when you're paying your rent, when you're paying your mortgage, when you're paying your utility bills, when you're paying this, when you're paying that, it's the energy you're putting into it. It's the thought you're putting into it. It's the identity you are being when you're paying those things. So when you're paying your bills, are you in the mindset of, oh no, I'm paycheck to paycheck. Oh no, I can only pay this bill. I can't pay this other bill right now. Or are you in the mindset of, no, it's no big deal, it's paid. You see the shift there, right? And when you can afford something, like let's say that you're looking at a new pair of shoes and you actually have the money for it, it's not going to go into your bills or anything like that, but you're hesitant on it because you're like, should I really spend the $100 on these shoes or $200, whatever it is, right? Should I really buy these shoes? Do I really need them? But if it's going to bring you joy, if it's going to put you in that identity of being abundant, then buy them. Buy them. Okay? That's going to help, because when you invest in yourself, a lot of times, Daniel, what I do is when I buy something, especially for myself, I already know it's going to come back to me tenfold. That is a knowing. That's an identity. I know every time I spend money on myself, it comes back tenfold. Be it a facial, a massage, I buy courses myself to help me to learn different things. Outside of this, I'm in marketing and advertising, so I sometimes will buy courses and books and things like that to learn new things. Like, example here, learning how to utilize AI with marketing and advertising, right? I invest in myself. My, what was that video where it's like, we don't entertain broke energy, right? That video, I talk about a recent event I went to. And, I think it was like $200 or something like that. I didn't think, oh, I shouldn't spend this $200. I dropped it knowing I'm going to get it back tenfold. What happened? Within a week, I made $2,000. I made it back, plus some. I landed a client outside of here on my other business that was an over $2,000 client. So you see my point. As long as you are in that mindset, reality has to react. Reality reacts to who you are being, your identity. Okay? That's how it works. So let's go into the next one. This is from Anonymous. Anonymous says, I've been manifesting a healthier, more athletic, and I've been manifesting a healthier, more athletic body. I affirm and visualize daily, but I keep feeling impatient because my physical reality isn't changing fast enough. Then I start criticizing my body again, which I know is the opposite of embodying my new identity. How do I break this cycle of impatience and actually allow my physical transformation to happen naturally? So, Anonymous, it sounds like what's happening here is your old self is fighting back, as well as your ego, right? The ego mind says this can't happen overnight, which, if you watch my recent video on my own transformation, it didn't happen overnight. And that's okay. See, I was in the mindset of every day I'm losing more and more body fat. Every day I'm getting more and more fit. Every day I am healthier and healthier. Okay? And even now, if you are on my member side, you'll see, like, I was 150 pounds just the other day. Okay? And the goal is to lose the 20 pounds again, to get back around 125, 130, so 20 to 30, 25 pounds, right? I just got myself on the scale today, and I am down 4 pounds. I was at 145.9, so about 4 pounds, right? In 4 days. Because I shifted my mindset already. I shifted it to every day I'm losing more body fat. Every day I'm fitter and fitter. And guys, I gained weight intentionally. Number one, to build my muscle back, and I did do that. Number two, I wanted to do this. I wanted to show you guys proof that this is possible, that you can physically change yourself. And I'm close to 40 and I have no joint pain. I have no back pain, right? Someone my age, people say someone over 35 shouldn't be able to lose weight, right? I do effortlessly. And when I say effortless, I'm not saying that I'm sitting here like binging on junk food and I'm eating junk food all day and I'm not moving my body and I'm not doing these things. See, A lot of people misconstrue it that you can just sit there and think about something and then it appears in your reality, like your whole body would just change like that. Do I think that's possible? Sure, everything is possible. However, for me, and possibly you as well, you need to get past the logical mind, right? You need to get past that. So, what I personally do is, like I said, I believe that every day I'm fitter and fitter. Every day I'm losing more and more body fat. And when I see myself in the mirror, of course, I'm not there yet, right? But I appreciate what I see in the mirror. You've got to appreciate what you already have. So look at yourself and appreciate what is appreciative about you. Is it your shoulders? Because I'm assuming that you might be a guy. I don't know. I just got that energy. But if you're a woman, it doesn't matter. Appreciate something about your body, right? Is it your face? Is it your hair? Is it your arms? Is it your stomach? Is it your legs? What is it? Appreciate something about your body and talk about how beautiful you are, or how handsome you are, or how sexy you are, or how attractive you are. Right? Build yourself up. Wear clothes that make you feel good, no matter your size. When I was obese, when I was 195 pounds, I went out and got clothes that made me feel good. That was the number one shift I did, right? I went out and I got clothes because I was like living in sweatpants and oversized t-shirts. Okay? I went out and I got clothes that made me feel good, that made me look good to me. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Okay? That's the shift you need to make. So, I hope that helped, but yeah, it's not like you have to have it overnight. Do I think that's possible for people? Sure. For me, my transformation from losing 65 pounds took approximately 8 months. Okay? At someone that's over 35. So, even with that, is there people out there that can lose that in 3 months? Sure, I believe that's possible. But I didn't care that it took 8 months. It's kind of like when I'm having conversations with my clients and they're talking about their SP, they're talking about their person, and they are so caught up in time, right? Oh, it's been a month. It's been 5 months. It's been 5 years. If your person showed up today, right, and they were exactly what you wanted, would you care how long it's been? No. Same with me. Once I got to my body, I didn't care that it was 8 months. I didn't care. Just like right now, I'm setting a goal, and if you guys are on my my member side, I talk about this in that video that's over there, is I'm giving myself 2 to 3 months to get where I want to be. And I know I will get there. See, that's the difference. You have to have that conviction. And I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. I'm giving myself 2 to 3 months to lose 20 to 25 pounds. Or to look like I want to look. If I don't exactly hit the 20 to 25 pounds, but I look the way I want to look, I don't care. You see what I'm saying? Like, why are you paying attention to such minor details of it didn't happen overnight? It's not happening fast enough. You're the one saying it's not happening fast enough. Right? It's kind of like the perspective with money. $100 to one person is a lot of money, but to another person, that's like $1 to them. It's all about perspective. It's all about awareness. Okay, let's go into the next one. So this one is from Sophia. I'm manifesting a dream career in the arts, but every time I start building momentum, doubt creeps in, like, what if I'm not talented enough? Or what if it's too late for me? Even when good opportunities come up, I find myself self-sabotaging. How do I completely shift into the version of me who is already successful without getting stuck in fear and hesitation? So when you're telling me the arts, Sophia, I don't know if you're an actress. I don't know if you are a vocalist. I don't know if you play an instrument, if you are a dancer. But regardless of the art, I want you to put yourself in the perspective of an actress. And I want you to method act. Okay? I want you to write out your role as the person that has the thriving career that you want, what does she look like? How does she carry herself? How does she go through day to day? Right? Is she self-sabotaging? No, because she's living on top of the world. She has her dream career, right? She's landing the roles, she's landing the gigs, whatever it is. People are clamoring over her. Her manager is getting blown up to book her, to cast her, right? So put yourself in that mindset. Write out, script out what your ideal identity is and method act. Become her. Become her. Every essence of her. When you look in the mirror, you are her now. Okay? When you carry out your day, you are her now. When you're having conversations with people, you are her now. That's it. It's that simple. I have a video of a client of mine that's an actress, and that's why I was bringing this up. And I told her the same thing. And she started method acting. She thought I was crazy. She's like, okay, that's not actually how I act, but I will try it. And she tried it and it worked. And she landed this role where she needs to do method acting. So that's on my channel as far as that. I think it's the celebrity SP one. I also talk about how she fixed her career too. And she's not young. That's what she was getting in her head, is that she's not young enough, right? And that's not true. How many actors do you know that have made their big break later in life? How many singers do you know made their break later in life? I could keep going here, right? Tina Turner didn't get famous until her 40s. Rest her soul, okay? There's so many. So many. But I have one more, and then I will get to questions in the chat if you have a question and you're in the chat. Okay, so this one is from Maya. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I've been manifesting my person choosing me for a committed relationship. We have chemistry, they flirt, and there's emotional connection, but they keep saying they're not ready for anything serious. I'm tired of feeling like an option. How do I shift into the reality where I'm the obvious and only choice without trying to fix them? I love how you ended that, Maya. So you don't need to fix them. There is nothing outside of you to fix. Right now, what you're doing is you're looking in the mirror, right? And you're upset with the reflection that you are having. Maybe you want to wear some red lipstick, and you're putting the lipstick on the mirror instead of putting it on yourself. There is nothing outside of you to fix. Okay? Everything outside of you is only a reflection of you. Your person, me, everything, okay? It's a reflection of your identity, of who you are being, how you are carrying yourself. Are you carrying yourself as someone, that is the only choice, that is prioritized, that people, because you said they, so I don't know if this person is male or female. It doesn't matter. But that people clamor over and want to tie down, want to make sure that they get them. Are you that person? Are you being that person? Are you carrying yourself, or are you checking their Snapchat score? Are you being the person that is chased and pursued and honored and chosen and prioritized and respected and all the things? Truly ask yourself that. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell anyone else. But ask yourself, is this who I'm truly being? And if it's not, just make an adjustment. It's very easy. It's very easy to start honoring yourself. If you want others to prioritize you, here's a quick tip. Are you prioritizing yourself? I'm very appreciative that you purchased this question for me, but really ask yourself, are you truly prioritizing yourself right now? Or are you checking their Instagram to see who they're following, who they're unfollowing? Are you obsessing over what they're posting? Oh, they posted this quote. Is it about me? Is that honoring yourself? Is that prioritizing yourself? Are you checking their Snapchat score? This is not a talk down to you because I've done all these things myself in the past. Okay? Are you truly prioritizing yourself right now, or are you prioritizing them? If you were prioritizing yourself, would you have purchased the question from me? And like I said, I'm very appreciative that you did, and I'm glad that you did. But really ask yourself that. Are you prioritizing yourself watching this manifestation content? How many hours are you watching manifestation content? Is that prioritizing yourself? Because are you watching the content for self-concept? Or are you watching the content for SP? Are you watching the content for having a better career or money or everything for yourself? Maybe a glow up. It's great too. Or are you watching twin flame readings and soulmate readings? And when is he going to contact me? Again, I'm not coming down on you. Many years ago, I did the same thing. Okay? This is coming from experience. Years ago, I literally did all the wrong things, and that's why I can teach the way that I do. Okay? I did all of the wrong things. I focused on my person. I was in the mindset that they're my twin flame, okay? I obsessed over them. I obsessed over Snapchat scores, Instagram follow and unfollow. I watched hours and hours of content on getting your person back, on twin flame tarot readings, on twin flame healings, all this nonsense, okay? I spent thousands of dollars on readings, on Reiki healings, on courses, everything, and I was in a mountain of debt by the end of it. And the shift that I made, and I'm telling you this for a reason and out of love, is I put the priority back on myself. I said, for lack of better words, screw him. He can F off, okay? And I put the focus back on myself. I started investing in myself instead of all this nonsense. I actually got a course that was labeled for twin flames, but it was really a self-concept course. It was for women, but what she taught, and she's no longer a coach, she no longer has this available, or I would name drop her in a heartbeat. Her name was Lauren, but she went by something else online. It was Lauren something else, but she no longer has her stuff up. And this is why I'm going to make my next course a self-concept course, because I'm going to teach exactly what she did, and I'm not going to charge as much as she did, because I spent like my last $500 on it. Okay? And it shifted myself so much. I went from $30K in debt. Okay? Yeah, that's how much I was spending on the nonsense. Okay? $30,000 in debt, living paycheck to paycheck. My son was much younger at the time. He's now 20. He needed a bus pass to get to work, to get to school. He's working now, but anyway, to get to school. And I didn't even have the $35 to give him. That was the wake-up call for me. That's when, as soon as I got paid, of course I gave him the bus pass, and I got that course. That course changed everything for me. I focused on myself. I prioritized myself. I loved myself. And I went from $30K in debt and obsessing over someone else to 30K positive. So 60K is what I really did in 6 months, above paying my bills and everything else, okay? Now, I was in sales at the time, so it was that my sales increased. I was making more commission, okay? I was getting it, right? I got 2 promotions within 6 months. Okay? I went from loathing myself, obsessing over someone else, to this in 6 months. And here's the kicker. My person, my twin flame, came back. He started messaging me 2 months, like after 4 months, he started messaging me again. Yeah. And then a few months after that, after he started messaging, he showed up at my house. And we talked all night. But I no longer wanted him. And the reason why I no longer wanted him was because my self-concept was so much that I no longer wanted that type of person. Could I have changed him? Sure. And at that time, I didn't really know that. I was just getting into Neville Goddard at that time. Okay. And I didn't know that you could select a different version of people at that time. But that's okay. I no longer wanted him, and I let him go. And then, since then, I have had nothing but quality men in my life. Both platonic and romantic. Why? Because I prioritize myself. So ask yourself, are you truly prioritizing yourself and choosing yourself? Because if you're not, that's why he can't do it either. Or they, sorry. He or she. Or they. I hope that answered the question. And guys, I know I go off on tangents when I answer these questions, okay? I don't care. These people paid for this. I will do that. Does anybody have any questions? Because now I am through paid questions. And I will go into free questions in the chat. While you guys are doing that, I am going to grab my croissant that is sitting over here that I warmed up. And I have not even taken a bite. I've been so busy. It doesn't taste good. Oh. See what I mean? See what I mean in the identity shift? I just took a bite in one side of this and it doesn't taste good. I'm going to try a different bite and see if it's okay. And if it's not, I'm going to throw this out. This is what I mean. Like, sometimes when you're taking an identity shift, the things that you used to eat are not going to taste good anymore. No. We're not doing that. Nope. It's not good. That's going in the trash. I will throw that away later. And this is a Coke Zero. So I've had people ask me, like, what do you drink? There must be a lot of calories in it. No. A lot of times I'm drinking Coke Zero, tea without sugar. If I put sugar in it, it's Splenda, it's stevia. Or I'm drinking coffee with stevia in it. It doesn't have all the syrups and the sugar and all that stuff. Nothing wrong with it. It's not my thing. Does anyone have, excuse me, any questions in the chat? If not, this might be a short live. This might be a short one. And Gardine, thank you. This is my natural hair texture, guys. I just did not feel like doing anything to it because I took my shower this morning and, well, when I got up, technically morning for me. I get up like at noon. And took my shower and was like, I don't feel like blowing it out. I don't feel like straightening it. We're going just natural today. That's what's going to happen. I will be recording a Bible verse video. And of course I disconnected while I was saying that. That will be up tomorrow, and I have some content already recorded that I'm going to edit and get up this week as well. I also need to do I just need to do a long video on success stories. I have some success stories from courses, I have success stories from just viewers, and I have some from coaching. I just need to get to it. I need to actually do it and actually put it up. But the other thing that happened, guys, is my other phone is over there, but I got a new phone and I gotta actually send that one back. And there was some drama with this new phone, but it's taken care of now. The first phone I was sent was kind of a lemon. It was acting up. It was not, like, the apps kept crashing and all types of stuff. This new one is fine, though. And I'm hoping CapCut starts acting right so that I can get my videos done quickly. I still have to edit, excuse me, edit and get up the money and success affirmation track that I did. So that will be up soon. I don't know what other affirmations you guys want, because I've done so many self-concept ones. I could do another self-concept, just in a success type mindset. Do it more gender neutral, because I have the Adonis ones for guys, and I have the Aphrodite ones for the ladies, as well as Cleopatra. I could do another one for the guys. I just don't know, other than Adonis, what to do for guys. Because I know for the guys, it's better as a you are type thing, like I'm saying it to you. I wonder, is my chat frozen? Can someone text something in the chat? Because I don't know if it's frozen. If it's frozen, I might have to exit out and back in. Hi, EP. Okay, so it's not frozen. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions? Manifestation questions, law of assumption questions, questions about me, I don't care. As long as it's not too personal, I'll answer it. Thank you, EP. I try to go live once a week, and I always announce it on my community tab. So if you're subscribed, you go to community tabs, you'll see I always announce it a few days before. I think the least amount of time I gave, like a heads up, was 2 days or like a day ahead of time. But I always announce it ahead of time. And if you can't make my live and you want to ask a question, if you go to my Stand store, right at the top, you can submit that. That's what I go over in the beginning. I go over the paid questions. So if you want to stay anonymous, you can't make the live, whatever it is, you can use that. And as long as I'm live, if you guys have a question and you don't want to type it in the chat, you can always submit it while I'm on here too. I do get notifications on my other phone. I have 3 phones, guys, right now. I have this one that I'm doing the live on. I have this one that's for clients and coaching. And then I have my other one that I need to send back. So this one's my personal one. This one is for that. I've answered that question so many times because I like my mask. That's all you need to know. Because I like it. Every time you guys ask that question. Because I like it. Why does it bother you? That's the main question I want to ask you guys that always ask me that. Why does my mask... Why is it such a bother for you? Whenever people ask it, I'm like, why does it bother you? You think it makes sense. What makes sense? Oh, got it. The mask is part of me. I don't know. Like, I've always... So when I did tarot, because again, I don't hide anything. It's on my channel. I still have my tarot videos, guys. Not all of them. But if you go to my playlists, I have a playlist where they are. I just unlisted them because it was affecting my stats on YouTube. It was affecting my stats because I was still getting people like still obsessed with twin flames and still like thinking tarot is the end all be all, right? So I enlisted them. They're still there. I'm very transparent. And so they're still there. But yeah, I've done this since I did tarot. Hold on, I dropped this. If you go to, like I said, that playlist, they're still there. And I never showed my face. And if I did, it was on lives on, not here, but on Instagram. I would sometimes go live, but I'd always wear masks. Because, I mean, that was during like 2020, 2021. So I'd wear like, like the bottom mask, right? And I have plenty of those too. I just don't have them all near me, but... I mean, if it's such a problem, I can just put another one on. I'm just not because I wanted to have my drink, but yeah, I used to wear those during lives, and that's just what I've always done. Because I don't care about me. It's not about me. Whoever is viewing me, it's about you. I am just you pushed out. If my mask bothers you, you got to ask yourself why. Right. The focus should be on the message. Why are you so concerned with me? Every woman wants to be seen as beautiful. Okay. That's your assumption. How do you know that I don't already feel beautiful? How do you know that I don't feel that as I am right now? See, that's your assumption. Your assumption is that I shouldn't be wearing this because otherwise I'm not beautiful. Okay. That's your problem, not mine. Why do I wear the mask? Because I like it. Alchemistic, why do you wear your mask? Because I want to. It's not assumption, that's a fact. It's a fact in your world. It's a fact in your world. Okay. EP, how long have you been studying these teachings? So let's go over that, because I've gone over that in a video before. I forget which video, but I got into law of attraction back in the day. Like, we're talking when The Secret first came out. Many, many years ago. What was that? 24, 25 years at this point? I don't know. But I got into The Secret, and then the movie came out, and then I watched that, and I was doing that sort of stuff for years. And then in 2019, I kind of went over this a little bit earlier, but I'll go over it again. I met my quote unquote twin flame, which is just an SP. It's an SP that you obsess over. And I discovered Neville Goddard during that. After I stopped obsessing and after I started focusing on myself, I discovered Neville Goddard and Joseph Murphy and all of that sort of stuff. And then I started realizing I actually interpreted the Bible the way that Neville Goddard did, or similar, not exactly, when I was younger. When I was like 12, 13. And I got away from that. So I was just reminded of it. And this is why I tell you guys, I'm here just to remind you of what you already know. Remind you of who you are. That's it. I'm just the reminder. And yeah, so I got into that in 2019. So what was that, 5 years ago? No, it's 2025. 6 years ago. Going on 6 years. It's crazy. And yeah, so that's how long. That's why I say over 20 years, because really everything started like a long time ago. The cancer situation, let's see, when did that happen? That was almost 20 years ago. Over 20 years ago. Actually, no, over 20 years ago. My son just turned 20. So yeah, over 20 years ago was the cancer situation. I had that video. And I manifested that away. And I have not had any scare or anything since. There was one time where the doctor said there might be something and they sent me for a deeper biopsy, but then it was nothing. Justin's reality. Does anyone else, like friends or family, know about the law? Yeah, my son. So my circle is actually very small, but my son does. My son knows that I manifested the better relationship with him, and that's kind of like how he got into it. He has his own way about things. He has his own beliefs. He has his own way about things, and I allow him to believe and do as he wants. You're what? What? Who is SP? Who is this person to you? Go watch my video on the simple shift or mistake that you're making with your person. There we go, boyfriend. Yep. Because my best success stories with SPs, don't call them that. Any other person you're trying to manifest, like let's say you want to reconnect with a friend that you had in, I don't know, middle school or high school, right? You wouldn't come to me and say, I want to manifest SP. You would say, I want to reconnect with my high school friend. If you were trying to mend the relationship with your father, you would not say, I want to fix the relationship, I want to fix the relationship with SP, or I want to bring SP back. You would say, I want to mend the relationship with my father. Which is great. That slight shift in language is huge, huge. This is why my own coaching clients, I do not allow them to call their person SP. They say SP, I ignore them. Okay? What is this person to you? Is this person your fiance? Is this person your wife or husband? Is this person your boyfriend or girlfriend? Your lover? I don't really care. What is this person to you? The best success story I have, when he first came to me, he said, I want to fix the relationship with my boyfriend. Period. He didn't say I want to bring my ex back. He didn't say I want to bring my SP back. He didn't say I want to manifest my SP. He didn't say I want to manifest communication with SP. He didn't say any of that. He said I want to fix the relationship with my boyfriend. I also have currently married people that are bettering their marriage. And if they're not even with their husband or wife, I would have no idea. Does it matter? No. No, it doesn't. Because if they're telling, let's say hypothetically, someone came to me and said, I want to fix the relationship with my wife, right? But their wife has them blocked. Their wife is off with somebody else. I would never know the difference. And so if I'm coaching them and I'm talking about mending the relationship with their wife or bettering the relationship, aren't I affirming their new identity? Aren't I affirming their new reality? That's what I would do anyway. If you came to me and said, my ex-wife this, my ex-wife that, she went off with Tim and Joe and Bob, I would say, okay, why are you saying ex-wife? Why are you rehashing this? Why are you telling me this? Why are you catering to the drama? If you can't tell, I'm very happy. I have zero drama in my life. I haven't had drama in my life in over 5 years. Zero. I can say, like, with dating, okay? If a guy comes to me with some drama, he's blocked instantly. I don't even cater it. Don't even pay it any mind. It's like, okay. Come back when you're the version that I want. I've literally told men that. And it works. A person of mine, I literally told him, you are not being the version that I want. You can come back when you are. And then I did not talk to him. I went and I lived my life. What happened? 2 weeks later, he called me as if nothing ever happened. And so I was just going with it. And then he said to me, he's like, I'm the version that you want now. He said that to me. So you see my point. And it doesn't matter how long it's been. I've had men hit me up that I haven't heard from in 4 or 5 months. I've had exes that I haven't been with in years hit me up. Time does not matter. None of it matters. But yeah, Justin, that's your boyfriend. That's it. That's your man. That's your boyfriend. That's my boyfriend. See, here's the thing, guys. I need to do a video on this, but I've coached this. How come when we're younger, right? Let's say that you're 12 years old, okay? Taking hormones out of it, or let's even say 10, because then we're really taking hormones out of it, okay? You haven't had puberty yet. There's no hormones in the way, but you have a crush on somebody, right? At school. What do you tell your friends? What do you tell your parents? That's my girlfriend. That's my boyfriend. Right? That's my boo. That's my boo thing. Right? That's what you would say. You don't care if you're with them or not. Because to you, you're with them. Why are you not doing that now? If you went around calling your person, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, who's going to correct you? I remember, what was this, in the early 2000s, we used to call even just our boyfriends and girlfriends our hubby and wife. No one corrected us. Just because there's no ring. That's my hubby. That's my man. right? No one corrects it. Why aren't you doing that now? Ask yourself that. Why? Why are you catering to the illusion of separation, I should say? No one needs to correct me. I call my boyfriend my SP jokingly because he understands the way this community speaks. And see, that's what I mean. Like, the way this community speaks is just, that's why I don't cater to it. Because, again, if it was any other person, you would not say SP. It's only romantic situations. And most of the time, I'm not saying in your situation, but most of the time, most people, when they say SP, they're talking about someone they are not in communication with. They're talking about someone they are not physically with. They're talking about someone they want to manifest, right? Back. And so it creates more separation. That simple shift in language means a lot. Because when you ask me if people in my circle know about manifestation, what did I say? My son. Right away. Did I say my SP? No, I said my son. Right? And yeah, I've dated men that are into it too. Current guy isn't. It's okay. I don't care. And yeah, he knows what I do. I don't care. See, I don't care about 3D stuff. I have friends that are into it as well. Not so much with SPs, but with other things like business, money. Like, we usually have conversations like that about how they manifested this huge sell at work, right? They manifested this client. They manifested a 6-figure month. Yeah, those are the conversations I have, guys. And yes, I have clients that make 6 figures in a month. And they want to get where they're making millions in a month, which is fine. Right? I have people of all levels. I have people that have came to me that are paycheck to paycheck, and I have people that are not. And this is why I said it's a matter of perspective. The client that's making over 100K a month does not have the same mindset around money as the person that is living paycheck to paycheck. So I catered the coaching based on that. Just like the person that is, let's say, I'm trying to think here. I have someone that's trying to manifest just a better circle in general, a better friend group, right? They have a different mindset than someone that has too many friends, that has too much, right? And they want a smaller circle. Completely different. And this is why it's not one size fits all. It's not. So that's why I don't really like the whole SP thing, because it's like one size fits all, and it's like it creates the language of separation. Are there any questions? Because if there's not, I'm probably going to get off of here. I was planning on only being on here like an hour, hour and a half. The 2-hour ones drain me, and then I don't get anything done. So I'm cutting it off at the most at an hour and a half, and I'm at an hour right now. So if we have questions, I'll stay and I'll answer those. If not, I'm going to head out. And I'm going to record the Sunday video, so scriptures. And then I've got a lot of editing to do. Sure, I'll have more next time. Great first live, though, from my experience. Yeah, I do lives, like, almost every week. I don't think there's been often where I didn't do them every week. There's been a couple of times, but I always explained why. And from now on, my lives are subscriber only. Mainly because, like, trolls will come in here and say some stupid stuff. Any tips on manifesting baby over 35? What do you mean? I know so many mothers that are over 35. I don't know what you're asking. My preferred way of manifesting is deciding and persisting. Cool. See? Everybody's different. My way of manifesting is set it and forget it. The lazy girl method. The I've decided, it's done, and then I move on with my day. I don't need to persist. It's already done. It's kind of like putting an order in online. Like, let's say, example here, you made a custom order, right? You ordered some shoes, you ordered a custom outfit, whatever it is. I've done a custom costume before for cosplay. I put the order in, the colors I want, the size I want, my measurements, all that stuff. And then what happened? Like with the custom costume, it took like 4 weeks or something like that for them to make it, and then they send it out, right? Do you think I was sitting there checking it like, is it here yet? Is it here yet? No, because I ordered it months in advance. So I didn't care. And it actually came earlier than I expected. That's how I treat manifestation. I put the order in. It's done. It's coming. I don't worry about it. Kind of like changing the weather on my vacation. Everything was showing me the opposite. I said, no, this is what it is. I'm going to be a sexy bitch on the beach. That was it. And then that's what happened. Literally, as I was traveling there, the weather shifted. But yeah, tips on manifesting baby over 35. I know so many mothers that are over 35. So I don't understand the question. I know a lot of mothers that get pregnant in their 40s. Like, if you want a baby, you got it. Careful what you ask for, though. That's all I'm going to say. I'm a mother myself, so be careful what you ask for. I love my son to death. I do. But having a baby changes a woman's body so much. So much. And not many people talk about it. So be prepared for that. And having kids, like, I don't know. I don't want kids now. There's no way. My son's an adult, so I come and go as I please. I don't have to worry about anybody. Not even my cat, right? Not even my cat. I don't even worry about it. But yeah, creating human life in your body is a huge thing. So just make sure that you're ready for it. She doesn't probably need correcting on that either. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, being a mom is a huge thing. Being a parent in general is a huge thing. I mentally know this, but every period feels like defeat. Why are you claiming that? Why are you claiming that? Every cycle that you have is cleaning out your body and preparing it for it to be fertilized. Preparing the perfect space for a baby. That's what your body's designed to do. A woman's body is like the most amazing thing there is. Sorry for my guys here. But we're literally the portals, girl. Like, we bring life into this world. Don't worry, I love my men. Trust me. There's no misandry on this channel. I don't tolerate that crap. But women are literally the portals. We bring life into this world, right? And it's not defeat. If you want a baby over 35, you've got it. I have a friend that just had her baby at 37, her first child. She just got married, I think, a year or two ago. And her husband is younger than her, just letting you know. There is an 8-year age gap. And they just had a baby. And everything was smooth. Everyone kept trying to tell her, oh, it's, what is it, a geriatric or whatever, however you say that word, pregnancy. She's like, no, it's not. My body is perfect. I'm in the best physical shape of my life. And she was. She was very healthy, no pain, no problems, right? Her pregnancy was one of the smoothest pregnancies I've ever seen. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and tell you that it's rainbows and butterflies, because giving birth is a big thing. But as far as pregnancies and births go, hers was the best I've ever heard. Okay? And she's 37. She had her baby at 37. Justin, I know someone who struggled for years and now she just had a girl. Exactly. Exactly. This friend I just told you that had a baby at 37, she was married in her 20s and had miscarriages. It's why she got divorced, because her husband wanted a child of his own. And so he ended up becoming very toxic with her and a bunch of other things. So I helped her to shift her mindset, and then she met her now husband. She met her now husband 3 years after she left the toxic ex. And now they just had a baby. They got married and they had a baby. And he's younger than her. He is 8 years younger. He is still in his 20s. He's 29, 28, 29, something like that. And so this is what I'm trying to say. Like, people make so many assumptions and things out of nothing. Like, oh, older women can't get younger men because they hit the wall. That's so stupid. Okay? So stupid. I have many clients that have age gaps, both men and women. Sometimes a woman's older, sometimes a man's older. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. I have clients that thought that, like the actress, she thought her age was a problem with her getting roles, right? Landing the right roles. As soon as she changed her mindset and started method acting as the person that she wants to be, as the actress she wants to be, they're flooding in now. EP, is manifesting love any different than manifesting other things? Absolutely not. Everything is the same. Everything is the same. It all boils down to who you are being, your identity. If you feel love is harder to manifest, it's going to be harder to manifest. I have people that are in amazing relationships. Amazing, right? Their partners are so supportive of everything they're doing and everything else. Where do they struggle? Money. And they think that money is harder than love. It's perspective. It's who you are being. I also have clients that are with health. Those are the three main ones: money, health, and love. Okay? They're struggling with health, and everything else in their life is perfect, but they tell me it's so much harder to manifest with health because I'm in pain. It's the same thing. I had chronic migraines for years. Years. Told it would never go away. There's no cure. I haven't had a migraine in years now. It's been at least I lose count of time, okay? So if I set a different time in a different video, I'm sorry. I lose track of time, okay? Cuz time doesn't actually exist. So right now, I feel like it's been at least 6 years since I've had a bad migraine. And when I say migraines, like it was debilitating. I'd have to turn off all the lights. I'd have to cover my head and with pillows and all this stuff and just lay there for hours. Couldn't do anything. Those are the type of migraines I had. I have not had a migraine in years because I changed my assumption. So even in pain, yes, you can manifest. Physical, emotional, mental, it doesn't matter. Justin, based on your assumptions and self-concept, that's why things feel harder or easier. Exactly. Grace, I got my BF to return to me. I'm working on money right now. See? She's an example. BF and her together, right? Two peas in a pod. Now it's money. It's always how it is. Money and teeth health. I have so much trauma around dental health. I love when you share your health successes. And see, this is the craziest thing. You're talking about teeth. These are all my real teeth. None of them are fake. They're all real, okay? And again, I'm well over 35. I'm close to 40. And that astounds people. I didn't even have a cavity until I was 32. I had my wisdom teeth removed in 2020, so 5 years ago, because I had a dental emergency with that. So I understand why you're saying that there's a lot around that, because I don't wish that type of pain on anyone. It was this one right here ended up impacted, and it made my entire jaw like singe up and was like puffy, like what is that called? Not puffy. What word am I thinking of? See, I can't think of the word. It's okay. I couldn't open my mouth to eat. I couldn't eat anything. I had to drink through a straw and have smoothies and shakes. That's how much pain I was in. And so I get it. And at first I went to my dentist. He put me in an emergency appointment because, again, it was 2020. And he told me they needed to be removed. I needed to remove all 4 of them. And he said that he could do it. It would, I wouldn't go under I wouldn't go under anesthesia. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. And something told me no. Something said, no, this isn't right. And I asked him for a second opinion. And he said, I think you're on the money here, because I don't have the equipment to give you like the 3D type of x-rays. He said, I want to send you to a colleague of mine or a friend of mine that's a dental surgeon, and he's got better equipment. Said, perfect. I went to this dental surgeon, and he confirmed what I thought. He said, it is a good thing this other dentist did not pull your teeth, because he can't give you anesthesia. I can. He said, even with all of the pain medicine, he would have been able to give you the pain from the type of extraction I will need to do would be so excruciating you would pass out from just the pain. It would be the worst pain you've ever felt in your life. And I was already in one of the worst pains I've ever felt in my life, right? He put me under. Why he said that is because the roots of the wisdom tooth was in my sinuses. It was in my sinus cavity on the top. At the bottom, it was in my jaw. Like the roots of the teeth were in my jaw. So they couldn't be extracted the regular way. Okay? He had to break them and take them out piece by piece to not disrupt the nerves going into the jaw, or I would have lost the ability to use my jaw. So trust yourself. Okay. And I knew going to this oral surgeon was going to be best for me and everything was going to be smooth. And what happened? It was smooth. He had to break my jaw to get to these teeth. He had to break the teeth to pull them out. It was quite the procedure. I was fine in 3 days because of my assumption. I have not had pain since. And actually, I was getting like ear infections back then for a few years, and I didn't know why. After the wisdom teeth were pulled out, I have not had an ear infection since. And I don't wish ear infections on my worst enemy. Those are actually very painful as well. So yeah, I get it. Just shift your mindset that the dentist you're going to is amazing. They're going to treat you amazingly. Everything's going to go perfect, right? And then it will. Okay, Justin, my wisdom teeth grew back. Wow, okay. So maybe it's only partially removed and there was some discomfort after a while, but I just decided that the pain would resolve itself and no pain since. Exactly. It's kind of like my migraines, right? I knew that they were going away. I knew that every day I was getting them less and less. Every day, it was fine. And honestly, you want to know something else that I did during that time? Because I didn't really know about the law of assumption back then when I cured my migraines. I went under the assumption that I changed the vitamins I was taking. That these new vitamins were the key, and that's what would help it. And because I was taking those vitamins, it wasn't the vitamin itself, it was my thought around it. I have not had migraines. Growing back teeth is wild. I love that because I have people that told me that they had teeth extracted and they want the teeth back. I'm like, then you already have them back. They were never extracted. So you're a prime example here. I didn't think they got all of them. That's why. That's why they grew back, because you decided they didn't get all of the tooth. Here's the thing, Justin, teeth don't grow back medically, right? Like if you chipped a tooth, like let's say you chipped this front tooth, it doesn't grow back. You'd have to get a cap or have to get it, fixed. The tooth itself doesn't grow back medically, okay? You shifted to a reality where now you have the tooth. That's what happened. You essentially shifted to where that tooth is now here. Because even if they broke your tooth and got it out like how they did with me, it wouldn't grow back. You shifted to the reality where it was never replaced, where it was never broken, right? That's what happened. Yeah, we give medicines, food, and so many other things permission slips, placebo. Exactly. Like, I have so many bottles of, like, migraine pills now. And I probably should throw them out. I'm going through stuff, like, slowly throwing stuff out because they're expired anyway. I haven't taken them, right? Sometimes doctors give me these things because they see it on my record and they just give it to me. It's like, I don't need it though. They're like, oh, just take it just in case. I'm like, but I don't need it. I have a failed root canal and they're telling me I need to extract my bottom left molar, bring coconut oil. Okay. Interesting. I like people that like natural remedies. Like one of the bus doctors I loved, and this was after my car wreck, was my chiropractor. He didn't believe in like all of this pills and stuff like that. I'm using coconut oil pulling to heal. Perfect. And if you believe it'll heal you, then it will. You have to fully believe it with unwavering faith. The faith of a mustard seed, right? Know it as fact. Know it is happening now. But 10 more minutes and I'm getting off of here. Unless we have like a plethora of questions. Yeah, I understand the thing with teeth. I've never had trauma around like dentists though. I've always trusted them. I don't know. I have had it around eye doctors. Like I don't like my eyes being touched. So I can relate it with that. EP, what about instant manifesting versus things that take time? It's all on you. There is no time. There is no time. There's no past. There's no future. There's just now. Everything happens now. Everything is now. This is why you can think back to when, say, you were 5 years old and you were visiting your grandmother and you can literally smell the cookies she was baking. You can literally smell her perfume now because everything happens now. Whether you're 5 years old, you're 80 years old, or however you are right now. Everything happens now. Time is an illusion. The reason why time exists is because of your ego mind, because of your identity, because you view it, right? But how do you know there's time? How? I've had people tell me, well, I look older. Okay, well, I don't. I don't. So you tell me. Because I don't age. I might have a physical age, right? Where I'm close to 40. But as far as my looks, as far as my face, I've never had any Botox. This is why I can wrinkle my forehead. I can move around my mouth, okay? No Botox, no fillers. But if I go out, people assume I'm in my 20s. All the time. All the time. Because time does not exist. I feel like I'm in my 20s. I don't care if someone said, okay, you look your age. Okay, great. I don't care. 0 F's given. Don't care. Okay? But I feel younger. I have no joint pain, no back pain, no all of the stuff that most people my age have. Like my hair is very full, guys. People my age start losing their hair. Look at this. I was losing my hair in my late 20s. I am not losing my hair now. This is my hair. Okay? I have no grays. I know I color my hair, but if my roots were gone out, I'd show you. I have no gray hair. Not one. Everything is happening now. Can manifestations happen instantly? Yeah. Can they take time? If you perceive they do. If you think it's going to take time, it's going to take time. It's all up to you. Okay. Justin, do you think everyone is you pushed out is better said to be everyone is consciousness pushed out? Everyone is you pushed out. Give me, what is that? Solipsism? I don't know how to say that. Vibes. When people call others puppets, which I don't agree with and talk about on my own channel. Yeah, I agree with you. Everyone is consciousness. Everyone is the operant power of their reality. So there are 8 billion people in the world right now, right? That's fact, okay? That's fact as we know it. There are 8 billion different worlds going on simultaneously. They are all consciousness being experienced. In your world, you are currently selecting this version of me. That's the version you are interacting with. That's the version you are experiencing. Right? But you could easily perceive me in a different way or be a different identity where I will show up differently to you. That's not taking away my free will, and that's not me being a puppet. It's you selecting a different version of me. There are infinite versions of everyone that exist. You and everyone. That's what it means by everyone is you pushed out, is it's based on your assumptions, it's based on your beliefs, and it's based on who you are being right now. Give an example, okay? I went to the phone store for my service provider the other day to do an exchange because I was sent a phone, a brand new phone, an S25, that was not operating properly. I chatted in with the customer service. They told me to go to this store and exchange my phone. I asked them 5 different times, do you have my phone in stock? Because it's the bigger storage. It's all these different things, right? Because I'm bougie. I always get the best. I go into this store and instantly this girl, I could have perceived her a certain way, right? Based off of her appearance and how she was acting. She was giving me attitude right away. She was rolling her eyes like, oh God. And then what happened? She said, hold on, I'll be right back. And she walked in the back. I instantly shifted my mindset about her. And I said, she probably just dealt with quite a few Karens and she's thinking that I'm one. She's back there right now reassessing herself and figuring out that I'm not a problem. I'm just here because I was told to come here and I'm here to exchange my phone. She's going to come out in a better mood. What happened? As soon as she walked out, she started laughing and smiling, completely different than how she was first presenting to me. And she said, I made a goof. She said, I should have saw this before. Yours is the bigger storage. Yours is this. Yours is that. We don't actually have that phone in stock. She said, most of the stores don't carry that phone in stock because of theft, because we often get robbed and then, these are the more expensive phones. She said, so for me to replace your phone, I would need to order it. The same thing that you could do online. So I'm so sorry that I just realized that. And I was like, oh, it's no problem. I was like, you probably had a long day, huh? She's like, oh yeah, you have no idea. I was like, I know, I've worked in retail before. I was like, and so I asked her what I should do online when I'm talking with these people, and she gave me advice on it. I started to leave. As I was at the door, she still was trying to help me. So shifted from not wanting to help me at all, rolling her eyes, all this stuff, to going above and beyond. I was at the door and she started chit-chatting with me. And we started talking about the West Coast and stuff. I live on the East Coast now, but I used to live on the West Coast. I want to move back. But we were talking about it. You see, instant shift, instant, because I changed what I saw of her. This isn't the only time that's happened. I also had it at a local coffee shop I go to, right? I order my stuff online. I go to pick it up. And I was in the drive-thru and I went to the window and not the window, the little speaker, and the barista was giving me attitude. And I was like, oh, I hope his day gets better. Instantly what I thought, I'm like, he must be having a bad day. I hope his day gets better. When I got to the window, he apologized for giving me attitude. He's like, I'm so sorry I talked to you that way. You didn't deserve that. I know you're a regular here. He said, We were just dealing with one of those. I'm like, oh, a Karen or a Kevin? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. He was like, here's a free bagel, or it was a donut or something. I forgot, but it was a free something. Instant shift. People can only act as you assume they do. If you think that they have an attitude because of you, they're going to have an attitude because of you. If you don't take it personal and you think, oh, I hope their day gets better, it shifts. Try it out. Watch it. It happens every time. Okay. The only thing real is the experience of time, but the only moment is the present moment to exist. There's only the experience of linear time to give us the reference point in the 3D. If you assume that, sure. Okay, Koala. I did apologize from an SP. I'd like an apology from an SP from 5 years ago. What is this person to you? What is this person to you? Was this a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a lover? What was this person to you? I'm great now, but would love an apology still. Is it best to revise, see the apology message, or I don't know what STH is. That's up to you. You could give the apology to yourself. Why do you need an apology from them? Why? Why? Give it to yourself. Look up the Hawaiian prayer, Ho'ono'onopono. Uno momento. Hold on. I have it on my phone. So, think of this person and say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'll repeat that. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Because this person, forgive them for what they do, for they know not what they do, can only act as you expect them to. I just went over that. Oh, crazy. Right? So you really need to apologize to yourself. And you need to forgive them and yourself. Holding on to this resentment is like drinking poison and expecting them to get sick or them to die. You're sitting here drinking poison. Oh, they're not apologizing to me. I hate them so much. And then you feel sick. That's what you're doing. It's not affecting them. It's affecting you. So let it go. Okay. Oh, hold on. Why is this being stupid? Okay. Eva, how would you go about becoming a art business owner? I paint Reiki paintings and wish to make art plus spirituality business. Is assumption without business knowledge is enough? Yeah, absolutely. How many people do you know, like, blew up and became viral online and they know nothing about marketing? They just shoot video, post video. Right? You don't need business knowledge. You just need your passion. You just need to know that you're that person. You're that person that's innovative, that paints Reiki. Right? At least you're the painter that paints, because I have so many people that I have to tell them, why are you being a painter that doesn't paint? Why are you being the writer that doesn't write? Why are you being the singer that doesn't sing? Right? Do what it is you want to do. Follow your passion. It'll fall, and everything else will fall into place. Okay. Koala. The was a lover. He ended things through a text and ghosted. Never spoke to me. It was my spiritual awakening. Cheesy, but it's what happened. I don't hold resentment, but was sad he never spoke to me. Again, You're sad. Why? Why are you sad? Why are you sad? You have no idea why this person ghosted you. What if this person felt that they weren't good enough for you? All they could offer was the D. Okay? They're not good enough for you. They can't meet you intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, all these different things. They don't feel they bring enough to the table, and you are the whole dang table. Okay? How do you know they didn't take themselves out of your life because of that? Ever thought of that? You're equating their absence in your life as you're not good enough. That's what you're telling me. Because otherwise you wouldn't be sad about it. You wouldn't be sad about it. Because I can tell you this. I don't even know when someone ghosts me anymore. I had a friend I was talking to, okay, that I met while I was out. We started talking. We started getting to know each other. And I didn't even pay attention that I didn't hear from this person in a week. And they texted me saying, I'm so sorry I haven't texted you in a week. I was busy doing this, doing that, da 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 da. I was like, oh, I didn't even know. I'm out here living my life that I'm not paying attention. You see my point? You're only sad because you are giving your value away. You are saying you are not good enough. That's why this person ghosted. You are not good enough. That's why this person did that. It's all down to self-concept. It's all down to self-worth. Everyone just reflecting you. Yeah. You're okay. Hold on. Justin, your actions always reflect your state of being. You don't have to force action. It literally happens naturally. Exactly. Koala. I was sad because he was my first love. I never care for other people. I was the first love thing. I agree. There was a lot of I'm not good enough. Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sad. You wouldn't care. You wouldn't even know. You would not even know. You wouldn't even know. And even if I paid attention, like let's say hypothetically, I was dating somebody and then all of a sudden they ghosted me, I'd be like, boy, bye. I don't pay it any mind. I don't pay it any mind. Because it doesn't matter. You have no idea why this person took themselves out of your life. What if someone important in their life passed away? And I never want to wish that on somebody because I've experienced a lot of loss in my life. But I'll tell you, when I lost a lot of people in my life, I didn't talk to even my best friend for months. My best friend had to show up at my door. Quella, so you think it doesn't make sense to manifest? I'm in the mindset that I'm good either way. I don't care either way. I've never wanted an apology. I don't know. So that's not really my thing, but because I could care less. Right? I could not care less if someone apologizes to me or not. Because I give that to myself. But I will tell you this. When I was obsessing over other people and giving my value away, and once I made that shift into what I am now, the person you're talking to now, I had exes come out of the woodworks and apologize to me. I had exes from years ago call me and say, I'm so sorry I treated you this way. I'm so sorry I did that. You didn't deserve that. Literally. Even now, sometimes I'll have like guys I just went on a date with and they're like, I'm so sorry I ghosted you. I was like, oh, you did? Oh, okay. You see what I'm saying? Justin's reality. Nothing wrong, but you gotta forgive yourself because the feeling you're feeling is you judging yourself. You don't need an apology because you're good enough as you are. Exactly. Like, I'm good either way. If the apology comes, okay. If it doesn't, I don't care. I don't care. Um, Grace, it sounds like she wants words of affirmation. Yeah, it does. And you can give words of affirmation to yourself. Why don't you write an apology letter to yourself? If you like words of affirmation, write yourself a letter. Write yourself a letter. I am going to be posting a letter technique over on my member side soon this week because I recorded it. I just need to edit it. It's one of those things. I have so many videos recorded that I need to edit and get up. Say you got so much support here. Like, why are you worried? And I'm going to be very blunt, and this is just my personality, so don't take offense to it. Why are you worried about some dusty guy? Why are you worried about him? He didn't apologize? Pfft, okay. It doesn't matter. You're putting the apology up here, and you're down here. No, 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 honey. You need to switch that, okay? You're above that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If some bum on the street said that you look ugly, are you going to let it bother your day? They said that they don't like your shoes. Would you let that bother you? Probably not, right? Why are you letting this person bother you? I couldn't care less. Here's the thing. After I did the major shift with my self-worth and self-concept, I literally had people from high school hitting me up telling me they wanted to be like me. They wanted to look like me. They wanted all these things. Telling me I was actually popular without even realizing it. And here's the thing. In high school, I had people making fun of the outfits that I wore. I just didn't care. I wore them anyway. Okay? I wore them anyway. You see the shift. And I would ask these people that. I'm like, but you guys made fun of the outfits I wore. They're like, yeah, because we were jealous. Right? Yeah, dusty man. We're not worried about a dusty man, okay? Or a woman, I don't care. They stopped talking to you. They blocked you. They ghosted you. Boy, girl, bye. Who cares? They took the trash out for you. You didn't even have to lift a finger. Okay? And if they come back, they need to come back correct. And they need to come back as the version that you deserve. Otherwise, boy, damn, bye. Boy, bye. They start breadcrumbing you? Oh, heck no. Texting WYD. I don't even answer that crap. When I have people from my past texting me WYD, I leave them on red. I leave them on red. Like, heck no. You better show up at my house with flowers. You better make an entrance. You better show up correctly as the person I deserve, or I'm not going to entertain you. Period. They liked your story. Oh, who cares? Of course they liked your story. Of course they're still obsessing you. Of course they're watching all that stuff. They're obsessing over your follower count. They're obsessing over your Snapchat score. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they? Justin, in my experience, that's how it always is. You live life and focus on yourself, and they always come out of the woodworks. Yeah. Yeah. Literally every single guy I have ever dated, ever even entertained, had a conversation with, whatever, comes back at one point. Every single one. If I dated them or I was in a relationship with them for a long time, oof, they come back fierce. Fierce. There was a relationship I was in for 3 years that ended in 2019. He literally called me like last year or the year before. I can't remember. See, I lose track of time. He called me. And I didn't have his number on my phone anymore. So I was like, who is this? And he said his name. I was like, why are you calling me? And he was like, I just wanted to see what you're up to. I was like, I don't even live in your state anymore, dude. Like, I moved back to my home state. What do you want? And then that's when he started apologizing for all the stuff he did. It's like, okay. I didn't care. I did not care about the apology. I did not care about anything. Because I let it go a long time ago. But yeah, he was trying to get me back. That's what happened. And I told him, I was like, that whole thing already played out. I don't want that anymore. I'm good. I have much better quality men entertaining me, right? And that I'm entertaining. I don't need this anymore. Essentially, I told him to fuck off. But yeah. Essentially, I said boy bye. And yeah, he was a dusty. Looking back, he was a dusty. I should have never entertained it. No, you're right. I should care less. How about self-concept? Some fave techniques. I did a lot of work over the years, but clearly there's some work left. It just depends on you. It depends on you. Techniques don't manifest, you do. Techniques and methods do not manifest, you do. Self-concept is literally becoming a different identity. You can do it many different ways. You can use alter ego. I have a video on that. Example, Eminem is Slim Shady. Beyonce is Sasha Fierce to get on stage. And gosh, there's so many. What are some others? Like pro wrestlers use them. Stage names are really alter egos. Paris Hilton had a whole fucking persona that was not her. And got famous over, that's hot. Right? That wasn't her. She doesn't talk like that. She actually talks a lot like me. And you can use an alter ego. You can use that. You can script out like I was talking about earlier and use method acting. You could write affirmations on self-concept. You could, so many things. Whatever feels good to you. Me, I just know. I just know I'm that bitch, okay? I just know. I like just knowing. I'm lazy as hell, okay? I am lazy. I like just knowing, and then that's it. Set it and forget it. Every now and then I script and I put the notebook away and I don't read it for freaking months. And then when I take it out, I'm like, oh, that happened. That's great. Okay. Nicki Minaj, yeah, I think so. That meme of her in court. What meme? I don't know what meme you're talking about. But yeah. There's so many. If we want to talk about great self-concept, Muhammad Ali said that he was the greatest of all time, and then he is. He said that way before. That meme of Paris Hilton in court. I don't know. But yeah, the dumb blonde act was an act. It's kind of like Marilyn Monroe. Y'all know that she's like super intelligent, or she was, I should say. She was super intelligent. She played dumb. She's literally made a statement that men don't want smart women. So she played it to her advantage to act dumb. And I can tell you, the average man does not want a smart woman. That's why I don't go for average. I'm not average, so why would I go for average? You can also use subliminals, which I like. I'm a lazy manifester too. I go through phases. Yeah, that's why I have affirmation tracks on my channel. I have the Adonis ones for the guys. I have Aphrodite ones for the ladies. I have Cleopatra ones for the ladies. Whatever you want. I also have gender neutral ones for self concept because I literally use them myself. Not all the time, but every now and then I'll put on the Aphrodite ones and just play them overnight. I have like, they're not around me right now, but I have like multiple of those sleep headphones. And I'll charge them and wear them and just listen to it overnight. Or as I'm doing stuff. Like I'll put my headphones on and have it playing and I'm doing laundry or whatever. Meditating. Sometimes I put on stuff on my TV because I have like a big TV in my living room and I work out. I like sleep headphones, but everybody's different. Now I can't sleep without like a mask over my eyes. I've gotten so used to it that I if I'm not wearing the sleep headphones, I need like an eye mask. Yeah, you can throw the stuff on at the gym, whatever. And yeah, like manifesting is in everything. Like everything in your reality is trying to remind you of what you are and who you are. Everything. It's in pop culture, it's in movies, it's in everything. This is why I do videos on that. I have the one about Alice in Wonderland, right? I have the one about Inception. I have the one about, what was the recent one? Dirty Dancing. It's in a lot of music. A lot of music. I've talked about this in my lives before, but Eminem, I am whatever you say I am. Like when people ask me, what's your sign? I am whatever you say I am. If you want me to be a Leo, I'm a Leo. If you want me to be a freaking Gemini, I'm a Gemini. If you want me to be a Virgo, I'm a Virgo. If you want me to be a Pisces, I'm a Pisces. Whatever. I am whatever you say I am. Eminem is literally saying it right there. I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the paper, the news every day, I am. Right? What he's saying is that he can only be what you perceive him as. Whatever you say he is what he is. The new Black Mirror season is all about manifestation. I'm not familiar with that, but there are a lot of shows that are. If you watch the old show Heroes, 100%. 100%, there's like so much in that series. The show literally named Manifest, and it's not about manifestation, it's about the manifest of an airplane, but that show as well. It brings in spirituality, it brings in the Bible, it brings in everything. Okay? But yeah, it's in songs, it's in shows, it's in movies. Literally everything is hitting you from the 3D trying to tell you, wake up. This is your power. Use it. Literally everything. Barbie girl. I am a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Gosh, what is that lyric? See, something, my world is my creation. Yeah, that. Heroes. I was young watching that as a teen before I awakened, so I'll have to rewatch it. Yeah, I highly recommend rewatching it. I just rewatched the entire thing with my son because he saw it. Like we were scrolling through to watch, because we watch shows together. We were scrolling through and he saw it and he was like, what's that? I was like, oh, that's an old show. And I explained like the gist of it. And he's like, I'm interested in that. So we watched it. And rewatching it, I picked up different things than I did in the past, and I was an adult when it came out before. Um, and I literally watched all of it before with my ex-husband. But this second time, I picked up on stuff I didn't have before. Imagination, life is your creation. There you go. See? I don't know. There's so many freaking songs. I need to do a video on just music. Just music. Do that. I need to do a video on that because there's so many songs. There's so many videos I need to do, and I have so many people asking me for success stories. Yeah, I stopped posting success stories for a while. Why? Because people were comparing themselves to them. They would say, "Oh, well, your client fixed the relationship with his boyfriend, and now this and now that. Why can't I?" Yeah, why can't you? See, you're saying it in the wrong way. You're getting mad at the barista at the speaker and not saying, "Oh, they're probably having a bad day." Shift your perspective, right? But I do need to post some success stories because I have a lot. And I like to post them to be motivation, but I don't want to post them to say, discourage somebody or make them feel that they're not good enough after watching it. I don't even post them to sell coaching, honestly, because I come on here for free. Like, everything that I teach in coaching, I teach in my videos. Everything. If you would like to get coaching with me, great. But know that you don't need it. And see, that's the thing, is like, people were like, "Oh, you're saying I need it." No, I've never said that, ever. Those words never came out of my mouth. And it's kind of like I've been criticized and told, "What you're teaching is dangerous. You can't talk about your weight loss. That's dangerous." How is that dangerous? Number one, they try to say that, "Oh, you attribute everything to manifestation." Well, technically it is. However, because of my mindset shift, because of my identity shift, I started losing weight the same way I am right now with an identity shift. Because as you saw, I was trying to eat this croissant over here, and it doesn't taste good to me now. Because I am a new identity. I chose that new identity. Now the croissant doesn't taste good, right? And so I start eating less. I start eating not the things that I want, that I was eating when I was bigger. I I start enjoying working out as opposed to dreading it. So do I work out and do I diet? Sure. But it's natural now. That's the key difference. And someone said, "Oh, it's dangerous because you talk about your cancer removal." Go watch that video. I will never tell someone not to go to a doctor. I literally said that I went to my first treatment. I just said that it's only going to take one treatment. And then it did. If it needed more than one treatment, I would have done that. I would have done that. I don't sit there and tell people, "Don't go to the doctor, don't trust the doctor, just sit there and meditate and know it is real and blah, 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 blah." No, I don't do that. No. I literally tell clients to still go to treatments. Still go to the doctor. You've got tooth pain, go to the dentist. And know that no matter what, everything's going to work out perfectly. That's it. Justin, I just manifested my first client a few weeks ago, but I feel like I could have been raising my prices just a bit because I was lowballing myself, even though I could talk about all this stuff for free. So I raised it because I provide worth and value to all my clients. Exactly. See, here's the thing. I give everything for free on here. If someone would like to get coaching with me, I am not undervaluing myself. I am going to charge this. And yeah, my membership on here is now available. And yeah, it's a lower cost. And it's for those that might not be able to afford full coaching. And that's fine. But really, you could just watch my free content anyway. Up to you. I will never tell someone they need coaching. I get emails all the time of people asking me, do I need coaching? Which service should I get? I'm like, only you can answer that. Only you can answer that. I'm not here to sell you. Only you can answer that. No one needs coaching. You could literally read Neville Goddard, and if you got it, great, you got it. You could read the Bible. Heck, this thing right here. You could read this and interpret it in the right way and have it and go about your life. You don't even need Neville Goddard. You could go straight to what his source was, right? And I'm not religious, guys, okay? I'm not. People confuse me as a Neville Goddard coach. I'm not. There was some things that he talked about that I didn't resonate with, and that's okay. I teach based off of my own experience, off of my own experiences with things and my clients. I also coach based off of my interpretation of the Bible and spiritual topics, spirituality, the woo-woo. I like the woo-woo too, and I also like science. Everything can be proven with science as well. Science proves multiple realities. That's all you're doing when you're manifesting. You are shifting reality. You are not creating anything. Creation is already finished. You are simply selecting a new version of reality. I take a little bit from all the spiritual teachers in my experience. All of them are saying the same thing exactly. So if you look at any religion, and I talked about this in some other videos, is that I was raised Southern Baptist. I read the Bible, interpreted it much differently than they do. And so I started looking into other religions. I looked into Wicca, into paganism, into Buddhism, into Islam, into all these different things. And I realized they're all the same at the core. And I started telling people this, and they started looking at me like I have 3 heads, right? And then, essentially, I was telling everybody this, and then what happened? The documentary Zeitgeist came out. I think I manifested that. Because then it showed visuals, and it showed what I was saying was true. And so I sent that, just the religion part. The rest of it, whatever. But the religion part of Zeitgeist, the first one, I sent that to everybody. And they're like, oh, wow, this all makes sense now. And then they were connecting all the dots, and I'm like, who was saying that already? Okay. Right? I listened to Abraham Hicks back in the Law of Assumption days. Manifesting is just the unseen to seen. Exactly. Yes, sir. Can I manifest beating addiction? Absolutely. Absolutely. I used to be a pack to 2-pack a week smoker before I got pregnant with my son. And I started smoking when I was really young because of the area I'm in and the culture and all of that sort of stuff. And I decided, here's the thing. I knew I was pregnant with my son before I had a test. I knew the moment he was conceived. And I threw away my pack of cigarettes. I decided right then and there, I am not smoking. Right? I am not smoking anymore. And because I made that decision, I've never smoked again. I don't do cigarettes, vape, hookah, cigars, none of it. So yes, you can kick addiction. It doesn't matter what it is. I have family members that back in the day were addicted to heroin. And I started seeing them differently because in my reality, I have to see them differently, right? So I started seeing them differently, and they went to rehab and they did all these things, and now they're fine. And they've completely turned their lives around. Make the decision that you are no longer giving your power away to the substance, whatever the substance is. Whatever the addiction is. If it's gambling, it doesn't matter. Gambling causes a chemical reaction in the brain. This is scientific fact. That is the same dopamine hit as cocaine. Same with sugar. If you have addiction to sugar, if you like eating sweets nonstop, the same thing. It has the same reaction as cocaine. I have had it for 10 plus years. It's ruined me. Why are you saying that it's ruined you? Because you would not know what you actually want in life without the contrast. This is just a former selection of yourself that is addicted, this addiction ruined your life. Okay? Let's look at it in a different way. In order to experience light, you have to know what darkness is. In order to experience hot, you have to know what cold is. You would not know what sweet tastes like without salty and savory and sour and things like that, right? So, you cannot experience pleasure without pain. Maybe this was your path to that. Maybe this was your path that you realized these things are no longer you. I'm no longer the smoker, right? I decided once I knew I was pregnant, and this was before I even had a test, that I was no longer a smoker. I threw my pack of cigarettes away. And I have not smoked since. One of the most addictive substances known to man is nicotine, and I threw it away. And I decided. That's not willpower, it's a decision. Yeah, it's always lots of pleasure followed with lots of pain / regret, but thank you. Yeah, it's the same thing. So kind of like another way I can relate this is when I was obese, right? I was eating junk food all day. I was eating sugar. I was eating all these things, right? Because I was addicted to it. I was addicted to food. I was craving food and going and getting it, not stopping myself. And right now, I'm not deprived, right? Earlier, I was trying to eat this croissant and I didn't like the way it tastes because I shifted my identity to now I am the person that has the body that I want. I am the person that is fit. I am the person that has this, right? Did the croissant normally taste good? Yeah. Yeah. Okay? But right now, it doesn't. Because I've decided this is my body now. So automatically, it's not making me feel good. If you decide whatever the substance is, you're no longer identifying as an addict. Over time, or instantly, like I was with cigarettes, right? With food, it was over time. Once you make that decision that you are now the identity that is not an addict, what does that look like to you, right? When you go to get your hit or whatever it is, you're not going to like it anymore. I've always been this way, but I'm immune to THC. So when my friends are doing cannabis, I do it with them, but I get no, high from it. I just do edibles, though. I don't smoke it. It relaxes me. And it's probably my assumption that I'm immune to THC. So it relaxes me. It feels good in that way. Like it relaxes my muscles. It's great for recovery after, working out. But I don't get high. They do. I find it hilarious. But I don't. Mel, I have seen people shift, including friends and family members, who were adamant that they didn't want kids to loving having them. It gives me confidence in the knowing my partner wants the same thing. Also, using ChatGPT has really helped me in staying in the state that has everything. Yeah, absolutely. I love ChatGPT. ChatGPT and me are besties. Okay? And that's why I'm going to make a whole, course on that. I do have a section in my 14-day challenge of that, but I'm going to make a separate course for it. So people that don't necessarily want to manifest a person, they can use that. Yeah, I know. JJC, every time I come on here, I say I'm only going to be on here for an hour. And it's like dead silent in here for like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And it's like, and then everyone comes in and everyone's asking questions. It's like, why can't you guys come at the beginning? Why can't you guys come in the beginning? I love you, but it's like, maybe I need to change my assumption around that, right? I want you guys here in the beginning so I can answer the questions and we can go about our day. But everybody comes like late. Oh, which video, JJC? I don't know what video you're talking about. Do you know how many videos I have? And how many videos I need to get out? Of course, this afternoon was super busy for me. Yeah, I know. And it's like, maybe it's the timing that I'm coming on here. Do I need to come on here later? I don't know if I can come on here earlier. I'm not a morning person. But do I need to come on later? What do I need to do? The weight loss one. Okay, perfect. Yes, sir. Don't want to get explicit, but was exposed to adult videos since 9 and now 20, starting to heal from it. Okay. And that happens. I have a son that's 20. And around that same age, like, he was looking up stuff online. Of course, because kids at school, right? And he was looking up stuff online, and I talked to him about it. I just sat him down. I'm like, how does this make you feel? Because it was gay stuff. And he instantly started crying and saying that he wasn't gay. I was like, okay, yeah, you're not gay. It's fine. You know, he's a child. He doesn't understand. And now he's kind of, I guess, sexuality fluid, but I guess bisexual, queer, whatever you want to say now, because he's accepted himself. But yeah, just know, like, it doesn't matter that you were exposed to that stuff. It's okay. Heck no, I sleep 12 plus hours on Fridays. Um, I found a really hidden folder on our old desktop, and it kind of stayed with me for most of my life, and I've been embodying the identity of someone who isn't affected by that media. Yeah, that's it. You just shift your perspective. With my son, I sat him down and I asked him, like he said, like, how does this make you feel? And he said, and he started crying and saying that he wasn't this and wasn't that. And I was like, okay, then you're not that. It's okay. You're not a bad person because you looked this up. It's okay. Just shift an identity. That's it. If the addiction is adult content, it's one of the most addictive things for men. Again, it's the dopamine hit. It's the addiction to what's being seen on your screen, right? And there's a guy, hold on, let me see if I can find his name on Instagram, that with men, I always recommend they go check him out when it comes to sexuality and sexual healing and stuff like that. With ladies, I can walk them through that, but I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not a guy, so I can't really relate to that, right? So I can relate as a mother, but I can't relate as a guy. So let me find his name real quick. Whoop, hold on. And I would suggest checking him out. And there's a couple, actually, that help with this type of thing. And they're spiritual. Very much healthy masculine. Let me see. So the first one is the Cam Frazier. So TheCamFrazier. Raser. That's one of them. The other one is Jonathan White. So it's Jonathan, JOHNATHAN .WHITE.SKF. Let me pull him up real quick. That's his profile photo. Jonathan is the main one that I recommend. Yeah, that's... my ring light is messing with it. But that's his Instagram. I recommend this guy. This guy and Cam. They talk about, like... and it's funny because Cam... they follow each other. Here. And this one's Cam. Right there. Like, you'll see, like, these videos right here on Cam, like, one of the ones that he's pinned is Andrew Tate's terrible relationship with pleasure. That's what I'm saying. Like, these guys are really great to check out. JJC, it was something that made me feel really insecure because I was raised Catholic and that guilt was really deeply embedded. Caused a lot of problems, but I feel free from today and have been. I love women, don't think it's bad to appreciate them, but if you feel like you can't help yourself, it can cause problems in your relationships. Just follow them both. Yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing guys. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes people come to my channel and they start saying misandrous type things, like, because they see my video, like, boy, bye. And it's like, no, we don't have that energy here. Go watch that video. I'm not a man hater at all. And I'm actually an advocator that men can experience the same things as women, right? They can experience, like, sexual shame. They can experience abuse. They can experience all those things. They're just not as open to talking about it because society would shame them for it. JJC, I was talking to Eric about this. I definitely went through every type of identity that struggled with understanding my power. It's so ridiculous when people misinterpret these teachings. You can't be a hater of anyone and experience a level of fulfillment we do. Right, exactly. Yeah, it's all shame. It's kind of like women being shamed about their sexuality too, and that's why I said, like, if a woman is coming to me and, you know, she has shame around sexuality, it's usually the opposite. So men become promiscuous, they go into porn addiction, stuff like that. And women, it's the opposite. Like, they start suppressing their sexuality. They start covering up, right? Like, covering up and not experiencing themselves. So it's a different way about it, but it's essentially the same. It's all shame. It's all shame. It's kind of like there's a lot of shame over female ejaculation. And that's because of society. Right? There's a lot of shame on men if they don't get, like, all these women. It's stupid. Like, you're labeled certain ways if you only want one woman. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? I don't judge either way. If you want multiple partners or you just want one, great. It's the same to me. When you come to me with coaching or just in my chat here, I'm not going to judge any of that. I have poly people too. Majority of people are monogamous, but I have poly clients as well. I've taken vows of celibacy multiple times trying to combat that shame, but I realized there was no need to be this way. The upside is that my awareness is so high that I'm better about choosing who I share my body and time with. Exactly. 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 And yeah, but those two guys, for men, for sexuality, you know, adult content addiction, all of that sort of stuff, I would check them out. It's always funny to me, like, as far as we're talking about society, people shaming, like, OF girls. But it's like, they can do them. If you don't want that, then don't pay attention to it. Why are you putting your awareness on it? Right? The reason why they make the money they do is because people are subscribed to them. Why are you not upset with the people that are subscribing to them? I mean, I'm not upset either way. Right? Yes, sir. It's a vicious cycle because I watch it when I feel anxious or stressed, but it's what's causing it in the first place. So you always go back and it always free of charge and it's in your pocket 24/7. Yeah, I understand that. But ask yourself what else you could do to have that type of comfort, right? Would it be taking a hot bath? Would it be going and getting a massage? Would it be enjoying your favorite show? What else can give you that same comfort as well? JJC, thank you for creating a space to share these experiences freely. I feel very seen by you and appreciated you so much. I appreciate that. Right? Be mad at society for enabling that, or ask yourself why you're mad and do something about it. Support them or don't. Exactly. It's kind of like when people like bash different manifestation coaches. You're not going to see me bash a particular coach ever. I talk about the red flags, yes, but I'm never going to tell you who that is, because some people like different coaches. There's so many different coaches for a reason, right? You resonate with some, you don't resonate with others. Great. If writing your name on a piece of paper and putting it in moon water in the corner of your room works for you, do it. I'm here for the people that don't really care about that stuff. Right? It's like, what are you putting your awareness on? When you're bashing particular coaches, you're bashing a particular technique, or you're bashing this or bashing that. Why? It's kind of like the whole red pill community going out and bashing women because, oh, she hit a wall, or her body count. When people ask me about my body count, I'm like, just injured or completely deceased? Which one are we talking about? But it's like they're focused on the wrong thing. If they want to have a particular preference, they want a certain thing, why are you focused on the opposite? I don't get it. Right? I don't get it. I've had not recently, but in my past, I had some of these red pill guys tell me, oh, you've hit a wall, you're over 35, right? I'm like, okay, why are you talking to me then? If you feel I hit a wall, if I'm not your preference, why are you even in my space right now? Why are you responding to me? Why are you messaging me? Why are you talking to me? Go find your preference then. It makes no sense. It's like you're saying you don't like an orange and yet you're sitting there peeling the damn orange and you're eating it. Right? I hate oranges. And then you're eating the freaking orange. And then you're telling the orange, why are you so orange? Why do you taste like a citrus? What the hell? Right? It makes no sense. None at all. It's all about love, not shame. Absolutely. JJC, I'm single right now and affirming that I found the woman of my dreams. I was one of those lonely spiritual guys for so long, and I've finally given myself permission to live, enjoy, and experience. Exactly. No, it's coming regardless. It doesn't matter. And you can actually, I like the list method as far as with manifesting like love in a person. Um, put your order in. What does your perfect person look like? Right? What characteristics do they have? I did that. I listed out and I was very descriptive. And I got it. And now every guy that I attract is literally what the list is. Life and all the fun that these teachings allow me to have. If I meet someone I like, I'm not going to put up a wall like I used to because they aren't perfect. It's all part of the process. Of course, that worked finding my last partner. Yeah, I like the list method. But when you do the list method, you have to think of it like an order. Okay? So you write it out, you read it maybe once, and then put it away. Set it and forget it. And it's crazy because your type, whatever you wrote out, will show up. It just does. And I've had people tell me, well, I did that and it didn't work for me. Okay, well, maybe you need something different, and that's okay. I'm never here to shame somebody. If I tell you a technique and it doesn't work for you, I'm never going to shame you for it. Yes, sir. We'll check out your videos. Thank you again. Absolutely. Mel, I've been using the list method for friends. There you go. You can use it for anything. Anything. I've had someone that wanted a certain type of job and they wrote out the list of what that job was. Like what type of coworkers they had, what type of pay, the environment, everything. And they got it. Yes, I always fell into the trap of not accepting anyone because they didn't meet the full criteria, and now I see it differently and more lightheartedly. Yeah, if you focus on every little detail, then yeah, they might not fit that because that's where your awareness is. You're looking for the imperfections. You're looking for it. If you look for something, you'll find it. If you look for their I can't talk. Snapchat score to raise, then it's going to raise. If you look at their following and follower count like freaking crazy person, then yeah, they're going to start following somebody. You're like, who was that? Who was that? They're liking their photos. Da, 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 da. Then what happens? Next thing you know, they're in a relationship with them. Because you were aware of it. Because you were looking for it. Seek and ye shall find. If you try to look for the problem, you will find it. The job thing is significant to me right now because I'm affirming getting a closer distance, higher paying job than where I currently am. Then you already have it. Oh, I haven't used Snapchat since 2015. I think it's for high schoolers. Oh, you have no idea. There's men around my age that would be like, follow me on Snap. I'm like, dude, no. Here's my WhatsApp. There you go. There's no freaking Snapchat, dude. Oh, my Snap. Go check out my Snap, man. But I'm with you. I haven't used Snapchat in forever. I don't even know how long it's been. Yeah. I use that as an example because in my past, I did that and I have clients that do that. They're like, their Snapchat score increased. I'm like, okay, and why are you looking at it? It'd be like, here's my Cash App. I don't have Cash App, but I get you. I've been getting my Instagram stories viewed and liked by like model women who would have been way out of my league to the past identity. Now it's normal to me. Exactly. You always get model women. You always get the Instagram models, whatever it is. No judgment here. Right? They're attracted to you like bee to honey. They're like a hungry dog and you're a steak. Whatever it is. Whatever metaphor you want to use. Yeah, this is a long live. We're at 2.5 hours. At least my new phone is still at 48%. My old phone would have been at like 5% by now. And it was at like 90%, 80%, something like that when I got on here. So this battery is good. But yeah, we're at 2 hours and 30 minutes. So I'm about to get off of here. I'm getting off of here. I'm going to go get something to eat because I'm looking at this croissant that I don't want, but I want to go get something to eat. So I'm going to go get something to eat. I am going to film the video for tomorrow, scripture video, and then get that edited up tomorrow. I might get a video out today. We'll see. Depends. Might get one of my other videos edited and up. But I'm going to go work on that. And as I said in the beginning of this live, if you guys want to check out the member side of the channel, so the first tier, the Anomalies Only, that one will have the extended versions, the 8-hour versions of my affirmation tracks. I'm going to be uploading those. And I am documenting my current physical change that I'm going through on there. And I'll have some other videos that are going to be members only. The second tier, the Alchemize Your Reality, is where you will get the paid products that are on my website. Currently, I have the Build-A-Boo workshop on there, and I also have the SP Audios bundle. As I create more workshops, they will be added on there. So, those affirmations are a big changer. This is going to be big, yeah. I am still going to post my affirmations on this side of the channel. It's just going to be the longer versions. It's going to be on the member side. So the next affirmation track that's coming out is for money and success. There's been a whole thing with the old phone and the new phone and CapCut and stuff like that on why it's been delayed, but I'm hoping to get that one out this week. That's going to be on money and success. And the shorter one's going to be public, and then the 8-hour version will be on the member side. So I give you guys a lot of value for what I charge and what I do. It's kind of like with coaching. Sometimes someone will book a 30-minute call with me, and sometimes I'm on there for 45 minutes. Sometimes, I'm on there a little bit over. And I don't care. It's whatever. However it goes. Right? That's why I don't do 15-minute calls. You can do a 15-minute audio, like where I pre-record audio, because you can't really get anything out of 15 minutes on a live call. You can't. Okay? So I don't do 15-minute calls because I get to talking, as you guys see, and it's just not the way that I coach. So you can do 30 minutes, you can do an hour, or you can do the email / pre-recorded audio ones if you want that. I also am going to open up a couple of texting memberships. So if you are interested in the texting membership, that's about to open. But yeah, I'm getting off of here again, over 2.5 hours, and I'm hungry. So I'm going to go eat, and then I'm going to record and get some stuff done. I will see you guys next time. If you want to catch me live, make sure that you're subscribed, and on the community post, I always announce when I'm going to be live. And join me sooner. Please. Join me sooner. I love you guys. I know no matter when you guys are watching me, day or night, you're about to have the best day or night of your life. And I already know that that's the case for you. Take care.